My first job as consultant was really on my first acting gig. I did an episode of The X-Files. Okay.
Yes, we love that episode. And that's
Ew.
a very auspicious way to start acting in Los Angeles.
So I end up on The X-Files with Ricky Jay. We're both con artist magicians. It was an acting role and I did some magic in it. So that's all fine and good. But they said, hey, we need to teach David and Jillian how to do some magic. Would you do that? And of course I said yes, and ended up teaching David Duchovny how to do a coin effect. And I taught Jillian how to twist her arm on the floor, because I actually had to do that as my character in the role as well. Well, I didn't think anything of it, but later in life, as I'm doing some more consulting and I think back, oh, I was a consultant on the X-Files. So I never thought about it at the time, but that is in fact what I was doing, right? So that was the start of it all.
Were you friends with Ricky at that point?
No, I had never met him before. In fact, when I got on set the first day, I still didn't know Ricky was booked for it, was cast for it. And the director said, you know who we got from Malini, the other character? I said, no, I have no idea. This is the first day on set. He said, we got Ricky Jay. And I just thought, what is happening? That was great. And so we had a good time together. And then I remember a short time after that, I was at my friend Bert Sperber's house. He said, come on over and let's have a little gathering. Well, at that gathering was Chris Woodward from the Magic Circle, Mike Caveney, John Gahn, Ricky Jay. God, I was freaked out. I was, nervous. And I remember Bert saying to me, I just want to be a fly on the wall, but Bert saying to me, hey, you should do something for all of us. You should perform for all of us. And I said, you're out of your mind. No way. Go away. Stop talking to me. And then a little later in the party, he said, hey, you know what? You really should do a trick for all of us. I said, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. Go away. And then later he said, you should do something. I said, okay, fine, I'll do something. Now, fortunately, I brought something with me. And this was after I had worked with Ricky. So he and I had already worked on the X-Files. And so I knew him at that time, but still, it wasn't like we were buddies. We were colleagues and fine. We got along great, no problem. So anyway, I came prepared with a trick. And I remember I did it on the floor. I did a card trick on the floor. And I knelt down, and intentionally positioned myself so that Ricky was to my left and a little behind me. This way, I would not have to look at Ricky, and Ricky would not have to look at me. And there was a chair right in front of me, as it turns out. Well, I'm start this thing, and Ricky says, I'm sorry, I just can't see. He gets up, and he positions himself in the chair directly in front of me. And I think, oh my God, what am I? So I power through this thing, and with success. And all I remember is Ricky looking at me and giving me a thumbs up. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so great. And then I think it was the next day, the next couple of days after, I was at the Magic Castle and I ran into John Gahn, and John said, who drove Ricky to the party. He said all the way home, all he could talk about was that trick. So that's great. I was just so relieved. But anyway, that's my Ricky Jay stories.